Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Firstly, tell us a little about yourself, where you're from, and where you're going.
So Florida is where I currently stay at, and basically as far as where I'm going, I'm planning on staying on Florida. I love this area, traveling around here, but where I'm planning on going, you know, Thailand, Asia kind of area. I want to go to those countries right now. The Dominican Republic, back to my homeland, my mainland, you know. So I'm planning on going to a few areas, but not for stay. I love the U.S., I love Florida.
What made you start doing music? Where did that inspiration come from?
So I can remember doing music as early as being 14 years old. I was a single mother raised out in Springfield, Massachusetts, where it wasn't one of the best neighborhoods to be at. It wasn't the worst either. I've seen worse places as I gotten older, so I kind of reflect back on it. But I remember being like 14 years old. It was a generation of Lil Wayne being one of the hottest rapper, the hottest artist out. And I remember being inspired by his lyricism and music and style and how cool it just used to look like when you were a kid, you know. And artists in that generation, freestyle, battle rapping kind of vibe. So that got me into music, and I really like the art form of writing or freestyling. Once I got a little more skilled in the form of writing, you get into that next level where, you know, there's all these artists that are trying to rap and they're freestyling. Whoever can be the hottest freestyler. It was like a level to see how good you were at doing music, where it was like, could you freestyle? So people wanted to see whether you had a level of how good you were at rapping. Some people good at writing, but freestyle was always like, if you could freestyle and you're good, then you're like level 2 kind of thing, you know?
What's your favorite part of the music making process? Writing, recording, or performing, and why?
I think everybody should, if you're a musician, I think you should experience the whole chain of making music, from the writing, recording. But one of my favorite processes, or not my favorite process, is the recording process of making music. Like being on the mic, rapping. The way I rap, I do a lot of punching, where it's like I go hear the beat, and this is where I was talking about the freestyle, right? So I hear a beat, and I'm just vibing, and it's like I'd be there for hours, you know, and I'm just vibing, and you get 4, 8 bars, 12 bars, and you're just like, all right, this is what I'm gonna spit next, right? And because you're always getting them in sequences, or you're rapping always in like these spurts of sequences, when you're recording, it feels like you don't know what you're saying, or you don't see the whole thing. But when you play it back, you gotta be cohesive. But when you play it back, there's always this magical feeling of hearing yourself rap and it's sounding good. You know, it's that feeling you get when you hear it back. It's one of my favorite, and I only get that when I'm recording. You know, I could be doing video shoots and mixing and anything else, but with that recording process and hearing that back, my favorite part. So,
what's the most challenging aspect of being a musician in the current music industry?
Well, I think the most challenging part about being a musician in this current age and time, I think it's a double-edged sword, because I think that the most challenging thing is being able to produce music at the rate that we're currently able to produce music, whether it be AI, street freestyling, auto-tuning, pressing a button, buying entire templates for your DAW where you can record and already have a pre-engineered sound, high quality pre-engineered sound. It's a double-edged sword for me, you know. The internet, being able to promote your music for free across the web, you know. It gives you that power where you can be a nobody, you know, and you put in 1 year, 2 years worth of work, and all of a sudden you're getting paid off YouTube. People are calling for shows and bookings, and there's an immense power to that. But in the same time, right, at the same time, there are because it's so widely available, people, other artists, everybody is using these same services. So it's, even though it's easier to make music and to share it with people, it's also a bigger crowd now. It's also, there's more noise that you got to break through because everybody is in the same room now. So you got to find a way to be different and make more noise in a different way. So it's a double-edged sword. So I think that's one of the most challenging aspects that our music currently has, is that it's so easy to put out music, but it's so saturated. How do we make something happen?
How do you balance staying true to your artistic vision and meeting audience expectations?
Well, I think in order for you to be able to do that, I think first of all you got to be authentic, right? There has to be a real sense of who you are in the music that you make, a real sense of the influence or the things that influenced you that you want to basically put out into a song. There has to be that kind of balance, right? If you're an actor, literally like you act, then I can understand where you kind of have to have, I'm not the Wolf of Wall Street, or I'm not Dingo or anything like that. You're a character that you play, and then you're a real person in real life with its own personality. But with the music, it's more about finding an authentic positioning in between who you are as an artist and who you are as a person. Essentially, they're going to mix and match, but the artist side of every artist wants to make things more grand, it's more controlled. And it's about recording that piece, and not recording everything else like real life. So I think that's how I am. I answer that.
What's your favorite non-musical hobby or activity when you're not creating music?
Well, I have two of them. One of my go-tos is going to the gym, working out. Even though, I still be like, I need to get in even better shape, That's because I know, even though I love the gym, the nutritional part of being in a healthy body and being in a good shape body is your nutrition. So one of them is the gym. And the other one that I absolutely love, even though I'll have like 1 year of experience, is trading. So we have that going to the gym and trading. One trains my mind and body, and then and the other trading, literally it trains my mind, my finances. You got to be able to kind of be in tune with the markets, know what's going world. That's if you trade like Forex or anything like that. Same thing with stocks. You got to be cool with the news. You kind of got to understand it. Two little different sides, but trading overall as a cape, those are my two favorite things: the gym and trading.
What's a goal or dream outside of music that you aspire to achieve in the future?
So it kind of relates back to the last question, which was my two interests. Even though I don't want to open up a gym, in the future, one of my goals is that I want to have most of my income come from investings in the stock markets and in Forex. I want most of my income in the future to be generated from investings. Investing my money, having my money work for me. So, yeah, what I'm saying. We're gonna get old one day, right? We can't be out here tap dancing till we drop. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully, you got a good deal.
Do you have any pre-song rituals that help you get in the right mindset before recording?
I think before recording, there is something I think almost every artist goes through. The first thing I personally do is I try, even when I'm not in the mood. It's like if something happened, I come out and I'm not in the mood or anything like that. If I come out and I come back in, I'm not in the mood or anything like that. I basically want to get in the mood, right? And I try to do that by listening to the beat. One of the most powerful ways that I think changes the mood is laughing. If you find something really funny to laugh at, like no matter what mood you're in, if you find some shit that it makes you fucking laugh, like you don't even make sound. Like you don't even make sound when you're laughing. That kind of laugh, that shit, it's gonna like break everything over. It's gonna break it, and positively, and then your spirit's gonna be lifted again, and then you're gonna be able to use that momentum of energy and move it into the area that you're in, whether you want to make more like a love song, a soft song, R&B, or if you want to be more hype about it, you kind of got to raise that energy. You know what I'm saying? So I think laughing is one of the best things you can do in order to kind of begin as a ritual. If not, a shot of Henny will do just fine to get you in that right state of mind you need to bet. So laugh and take a shot of Henny.
If your life had a movie genre, would it be a comedy, drama, thriller, or something else?
Oh, look at that. Okay, that's a very interesting question. Yeah, if my life was a movie, I think it involved a lot of the three, but I'd say it's more inspirational, and I think a little bit of like all of it, thrilling, drama. But I think overall there's a more inspiring inspirational theme to if my life was a movie, because everything that I've gone through, everything that I achieved, everything that I pursued, and all the influence that I've caused. So it's more impactful in that way.
How do you navigate and find meaning in challenges or difficult moments in life?
Well, that's something you can't avoid, right? So in my perspective of challenging moments and events, I think the best thing you do is let it go, right? And I say let it go not because you're not going to do anything about it. I say let it go out of your mind. If you experience something and you don't like it, think about it. Feel it. I always say to my nieces and nephews that it's okay to feel pain. It's okay to cry. It's okay to yell. But, when you're done, get it together. You experienced it. It's in your mind. Let it, think something else. You know what I'm saying? Let it out of the mind. So I think that's how I handle most of anything I consider bad or anything. I experience it. I try to go through it very quickly before I can just let it out. So I hope that helps.
What role does gratitude play in your life, and what are you most grateful for?
I think that, first of all, that's a very, very deep question, very interesting and profound question, because people don't understand that the mere act of feeling good is what creates your life. The mere act of the feeling that you have, it's what creates your life.
You've achieved so much in your career. What's the next big milestone you're aiming for, and how do you plan to get there?
Well, like I was mentioning earlier, one of the biggest things I want to accomplish is having more investments, having my money work for me. I know that it's something that you start at a small level and it grows into a big level. So it's investing. One of the major things I'm going to do more of is going to be investing more money into the markets. So, and that's as far as financial goals. I think everybody has to have a financial goal so they know how to move a little bit across their life, something to stay motivated by. Now, along with the music, it's going to be dropping the 53 songs and making sure that I'll drop 4 times a week on this channel, and that's going to be over 200 videos. So a lot of things exciting. I don't usually like planning past a year in music because I don't see the future, So I drop content and I do me. You know what I'm saying?
Can you share a sneak peek or hint about any upcoming projects or collaborations that your fans can look forward to?
Yeah. You already know I'm dropping 53 songs this year and 200 videos. And in those videos, I'm going to be collaborating with artists in my city and artists from out of my city and out of the state. People you're going to be like, I can't believe he got in contact with those people and they were able to do something so amazing like that. So, and there's gonna in these shows and these videos that I'm showing, behind the scenes videos on the channel. They're going to be seeing interviews. They're going to be seeing meetups. They're going to be seeing real life, hanging around with a lot of people. I think you'd look forward to seeing me with. And I do too. So, yeah, just want to share that. So stay tuned, because there's a lot to come here. More Jazz Rod, baby.
Jazz Rod, it's a pleasure having you. Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed being asked these questions. A lot of them were very, surface level music. A lot of them were about music. A lot of them were personal and talked about the future. And it kept it into that inspirational kind of little bit of everything, but it was more inspiring about what the future comes to hold. So thank you for having me, guys, and I look forward. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell so I can see, so you can see me on my next video, and I'll be able to keep you guys up to date. Thank you for tuning in. Jazz Rod.